2, bro. What the hell happened? What happened, bro?
Bro, you know what? All I'm gonna say is I have to apologize, bro. To Peña, I'm sorry, bro. Because in the last podcast,
I apologize as well, bro.
Yeah, bro. So if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, Juliana, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz of the Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy Tooth in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, bro. What are you saying? You good?
Yeah, man, I can't complain, bro. We're all just trying to live through these times, bro. These desperate times right now with this Omicron variant, this restriction, that restriction, bro. They might as well just go back into lockdown again, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm all for it.
Boris just be the Scrooge that he is, bro, and just say, you know what, fuck it, we're cancelling Christmas again.
Proper.
One time. But people, you know what it is. We said we were gonna be back. Fight Talk episode 11 is here. The UFC.
Before we jump into it, bro.
Yeah.
Not only Fight Talk, yeah. This is the first poddy since this week, like the fucking pandemonium that's occurred this weekend, bro. Not only in UFC, bro. Do you know what I mean?
What's up with? Oh, bro. Oh, mate. I said it. Yeah, I said it yesterday when I was with ST and the Truth, bro. And I was just like, bro. People, yes, Footy Chat is out. Make sure you go over if you watch this podcast. Make sure you go over and watch that one. Bro, I'm still vexed, bro. I'm still vexed. I know. See, you're the other because you're this Verstappen supporter, bro. Because you obviously, as you said, you always like the villain to the piece, bro. But I was like, don't get me wrong, yeah. If Verstappen would have won it fair and square, I wouldn't be upset. But bro, it's the way how it was done. Like, you know what that is? That is the typical, like, bro. That was like the Dark Knight, bro. That Joker scene where Joker just comes out and just says, you know what, fuck it, I'm taking over, bro. That is what that felt like. I was fuming, bro.
Bruv, hold on. 1 second, bruv. Put the thing on pause. For 1 second.
A few moments later.
Bruv,
we're quickly back, people. Too had to go and get something.
You're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Bruv, you know that meme of Katy Perry where she's like, people don't understand. Bruv, when you went... Bruv, you got to play that, bruv. You got like fucking cut this shit out, bruv, yeah? Cut all this shit out. That's all I wanted to say, bruv. When you were talking, yeah? That's all that, like, I was just hearing that music in the back.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand. Bro, I was just hearing that shit in the background, bro. I just need to find it. You know what I mean?
I'll find it.
I'll send you the link for it, bro. Oh my god! All right, but yeah, bro. Let's jump back in whenever you're ready, bro.
Oh, yeah, jump back into jump back into the Fight Talk episode 11. As I said, UFC 269 review show. It's been a mazzoline of a weekend in the MMA world. And people, as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, and all that good stuff. Make sure you put the comments in. We always like to hear from you. Put the comments in the comment section. And I say share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. People, he needs no introduction, but I will give him an introduction all the same. Nate Diaz of Dentistry, our MMA connoisseur. Tooth is here in the building, so you know what time it is when he is here.
AKA Joe Linton Peña, bruv.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
Get what I mean, bruv?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. We're gonna divulge into all of that. UFC 269 was a mazzoline, bro. Absolute madness. We're gonna get into the shock of, bro. I think it's a shock of the year. Like, is it the biggest shock in UFC history?
Damn it, yeah. Of recent memory, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of recent memory. I'm trying to fit as we dissect this shit. I'm sure a few will come to mind. But yeah, bro. What an upset, man. What a fucking upset.
Of course. But we'll get into that a little bit later on. First, we got to start with the main event, which was slightly overshadowed by the co-main event, but obviously it was a great fight all the same. Oliveira versus Poirier for the undisputed lightweight title. Oliveira coming out and winning with a rear naked choke in the third round. Tooth and I were only a round off. We did call Oliveira by sub, but we both said in the fourth. Because Tooth, I think you actually called the third and then you changed your mind and went to the fourth. But all the same, bro, is same thing happened that we anticipated. It was mad.
Bro, we're getting better at this shit, bro.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But the thing is, you've been on form for a minute. You've been on form for a minute.
Bro, yeah, for real, man. So all I can say is all our fans listening out there, bro, bet your mortgage, your house, and your wife on our next predictions, bro. You know
trust me. No, but only this one. You shouldn't have bet it on the other prediction.
Proper.
Madness.
As well. But bro, I've got to get this off my chest, bro. Max, yeah. Man like Max, bro. That is my boy, bro. He came through and spoiled the party for everyone, bro. In the utmost villainous fashion, bro. Just the way I like it, bro. And you know, man like Latifi, bro. You know my man there is Iranian, bro. All I had to do, bro, was pick up the phone, blood. Pick up the phone, bro. Last lap, yeah? Hey, bro, do this one thing for me, bro. Just mash up your car, bro. Do you know what I mean, bro? Just fucking total that shit, bro. Do you know what I mean, bro? So, shout out, man, like Latifi, bro. He's the true OG out of all of this. And, bro, the thing is, I don't even like Max. I don't even relate to Max, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck about F1, bro, quite frankly. But I just love when there's such a character that is portrayed as a villain that is up against like the protagonist. Do you know what I mean? I always want the bad dude to win, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he came through, bro. So shout out to Max, bro, for real. But speaking of coming back from adversity and winning fair and square, do you know what I mean? Just trying to rub you up the wrong way, bro. Shout out to Charlie Olives, bruv.
Yeah, bro.
Bruv.
Bronx, bruv. Like, literally came through with a ting. And it's funny because Tooth, obviously, in the fight, bruv, the first round, he got dropped twice.
Bruv, do you know what? Yeah, the way he got dropped the first time, bruv, it just reminded me of like in high school how, you know, when the teacher's trying to start the class and he's trying to get everyone to sit down, and then he gets vexed at the last dude who's still just like buffooning about, bro. And then that guy goes and just sits down, just like, you know what I mean? Just like very nonchalantly just sits down. That's the way he got knocked down, bro. He just like went in two stages, bro. He pulled his chair out and then sat down, bro. Raw, bro. What did fucking Dustin hit him with, bro? Bro, I thought it was it, bro. I thought it was it. The way
the second one, the second knockdown, I thought that was it. I don't know how Oliveira survived that, because in that first round, his head was just doing this, bro. Literally, like Poirier was just catching him, like, bro. His head is made.
The size difference as well, bro.
Yeah. So whatever Poirier did after with his rehydration was mad.
Bruv, he looked wham, bruv. He looked fucking wham, bruv. He looked like a middleweight. Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's crazy. But in saying that, obviously, first round went past rounds of Poirier, absolutely dominated that. But Oliveira was still coming back combinations, kept on going to the body as well, which we did say was gonna be important. The kicks were gonna be important. In the second round, Oliveira managed to get it to the ground, brother, and you just dominated from then. I think they spent a good like 2.5, 3 minutes on the ground. Oliveira just doing work. And then in the third, obviously, as you can see in the background, brother, literally third round started and man got on his back, standing up, give him a standing rear naked choke. And Dustin had
up, bro. Wrap that shit up.
Yeah.
Quick.
Has he done that before, Oliveira?
Yeah, bro. I think on the commentary they said his first ever win in the UFC was in the same fashion. Standing rear naked choke.
It's crazy though. But truth, I wanted to ask you, like, it was a good comeback from Oliveira to get this victory over Poirier. For Poirier though, like, what's his next step? Where does he go from here in terms of his challenge? Obviously, he's gonna have to go back to the drawing board in terms of who he fights next. But who do you anticipate Poirier fighting next?
Conor.
Again?
Yeah. I mean, that's what Dana wants.
Because that would be four.
Yeah, 4. Manny Pacquiao settings, bro. Manny Pacquiao
settings. Marquez.
Do you get what I mean, bro? I love it, bro. Just keep on rolling. Just keep running it back, bro. Just keep running it back, bro.
The same thing's going to happen over and over again.
I love it, bro. We're going to be here on Fight Talk Poddy number 4056 and fucking they're going to be on like Poirier, Conor 72, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to keep on going, bro. I love it. Fuck it. Just let them keep going, bro.
Nah, I don't want to see them two fight again. No,
but the thing is, the novelty of Conor is starting to run out. And I think as much as Dana thought it was a good idea immediately after the fight, in the fashion that Oliveira Conor broke his leg, it was the smart thing to sort of say for the masses of Conor fans that showed up, not only at the venue, but also pay-per-view buys and all the revenue that Conor brings with him to a fight. I feel it was a way of Dana addressing them because, you know, those diehard fans feel like, oh, well, he got kind of, you can't count that as a win kind of thing. That should be you have to write that one off. That's
no contest.
Yeah, it's an asterisk next to it. But now, and Dana did say he was going to let Poirier fight for the title first while Conor heals up. And then Conor will then fight Poirier after that. I guess in his head, he had Poirier beating Oliveira and becoming undisputed. And then that would have made that Conor fight a little bit more...
fair. Okay, fair.
Now, it's kind of a dud. Do you know what I mean? It's like, bro, Conor got battered. He's just not the same fighter anymore. So the good thing about all of this is that division is just fucking stacked with killers, bro. Killers. You got Dariush. You got Makhachev.
Is Dariush is fighting... No, wait. Is it? Oh, no, not Dariush. It's not him. There's another. His name will come to me. Sorry, carry on. His name will come to me.
Yeah, bro. It's just that division is full of killers, bro. It's just full of killers, bro. Gaethje, you know what I mean?
Well, Gaethje should be next in line, no, for Oliveira.
Yeah, I think it's the most logical candidate for the next title shot, and I think no one would disagree with. No one would. I mean, you could potentially make an argument for guys like Dariush and like Islam, but
Yeah.
Gaethje is, when you look at it overall, like in terms of how big of a draw he is as well, and how exciting he makes the fights, and how he's always been there within, you know, arm's reach of the title. He even won the interim belt as well. So he's also like a in a position like Dustin Poirier. You know, he kind of deserves his shot at the undisputed.
I think Gaethje will be next. I think he was there on Saturday as well. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling it will be Oliveira and Gaethje next. A fight that I want to see myself. I want to see. I think that fight will be good.
But do you know what? I think Charlie Olives will handle him. He handled Poirier, and I know MMA maths don't work, but Poirier handled Gaethje.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with Gaethje, he's much more wilder than someone like Poirier is. And we saw once Charlie Olives got out the first round in that fight, he looked like he had, you know, he had the problem resolved.
Yeah.
He had the problem resolved. He had Poirier figured out. And I remember in the last podcast I said that Poirier is textbook. Do you know what I mean? He's pretty textbook, bro. I'm not trying to say he's predictable, but he's very textbook. Whereas someone like Oliveira is much more unpredictable, and we saw that with some, you know, the teep kicks, which we talked about. We talked about like the elbows, some nice elbow work when Poirier had his back against the cage, and they were sort of arm fighting in close range, and then he came down with an elbow and fucked him up, bro. Like the knees, bro. The knees. Like nasty, bro. And we said all these things, and that's what I think Gaethje may not be ready for. And then, as we saw, Oliveira has no problem, not only with taking it to the ground, he doesn't even need to take you to the ground to sub you. We could do he could sub you standing, bro. So
how difficult is it to sub standing, bruv? Like, it's
tough. But it's more difficult to do it as quick as someone like Oliveira done it. Because Oliveira, you saw as soon as he had it in, bruv, you saw the torque that he got on it as well. Like it took Poirier all the way back with him. You know, it wasn't like the Peña submission where Amanda was exhausted and she tapped out. This one, he locked that up quick, bro. He wrapped that up quick. And he's done that before several times, bro. All you need to do is just watch his highlights. Not you, but like, just generally speaking. I know you know this because you've done your homework on the guy. This guy wraps things up quickly. You can't give him, you can't let him on you.
Nah.
You just can't let him on you. Similar to the threat that Khabib posed.
Yeah, well, you know, once Khabib gets you down, that's it.
Once Khabib's on you, that's it. Bro, Khabib doesn't even need to be on you. Once they draw your name with Khabib, it's an L. You know what I mean? It's an L. And it's, you know what I mean? With Oliveira, it's like that. You can't, if he's on you, that's it. It's a wrap. He possesses that threat to finish you instantly. So, yeah, I don't think he would be I think he would retain his title against someone like Gaethje. Someone like Islam, then, you know, it will be, because Islam possesses that threat as well. You know, you can't let Islam near you. He's just another.
Where is Makhachev in the rankings?
I think he's like 4th. Yeah, he's 4th. But that's the thing with that division, bro. You've got Poirier, you've got Gaethje, you've got Islam, you've got Chandler, you've got Dariush, you've got McGregor, you've got Ferguson. And then on the periphery, yeah, bro, on the periphery, you've still got guys like Dos Anjos and Hooker. You know what I mean? It's insane, bro. It's insane, bro. And the thing is, the guys coming up as well are fucking just incredible fighters as well.
Mm.
You know, the next breed of guys that are going to take over after these guys like move on, they're insane. Do you know what I mean? I've seen them fight. They're no joke, bro. Rafael Fiziev. There's this guy called Sarkurian, who's Armenian. He's on a 3-fight win streak. Fiziev's on a 3-fight win streak. There's this another guy from Kazakhstan called Ismagulov. He's on a 3-fight win streak. A Spanish dude, Joel Alvarez, 3-fight win streak. Do you know what I mean? There's Hamzat Kimayev's training partner, Guram Kutsaladze. He's on the 3-fight win streak. Don't know how I'm not butchering these names, bro. Yeah, bro. The division,
I'm glad you're saying them and not me, boy.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's a guy from Poland as well, from, you know, my ends back in Poland as well, Mateusz Gamrot. Bro, he's also killing it right now as well. So the division is just stacked, bro.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's almost like the top 5 can all fight with in and amongst themselves. They'll all be bangers. Then from 5 to 10, they can fight in and amongst themselves. They'll all be bangers. From 10 to 15 and onward. Do you get what I mean? It's like,
yeah, it's just crazy. There's no shit. Like, they're all good going up to great fighters. So any fight that anybody has, you know, it's gonna be difficult. Obviously, there's levels to this, but it's one of them ones where anyone in the top 5 can beat anybody, and then, do you know what I mean? So it's one of them divisions where, like, if you can survive it as the champion in the end, you have every right to be considered one of the best to have ever done it. And I like that the names that you just reeled off in that. I completely forgot about Dan Hooker, bruv. And it wasn't too long ago that Dan Hooker was mixing it with these guys.
Bro, like we've still got OGs in the game, like Bobby Green, Al Iaquinta in here. Do you know what I mean? Like there's still guys in here that are still relevant. Do you get what I mean? Like and all of them will still make a good fight, bro. All of them will still make a good fight. Like, I know we're reaching here, but still Jeremy Stevens is still in the division. Do you know what I mean? He's still there. Clay
Crazy.
is still there. Jim Miller is still there. These guys, like, it's a stacked division, bro. All of these guys will make good fights. So for matchmaking, I think it's the easiest division to sort of matchmake.
Because you can put anybody with anybody and it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
You could legit put anyone with anybody and it'll be a good fight, 100%. So finally, before we wrap on Oliveira and Poirier, so are you saying that Islam will probably be the biggest threat to Oliveira in that division?
Yeah. Certainly.
Because is Islam due to fight someone next, or did he just fight? I can't remember.
No, he just fought recently against Dan Hooker.
Oh yes, yeah. I remember now. So, what? Maybe him and Poirier next. Maybe if not Conor, if Conor's not there. I
mean, yeah, he can fight. He can literally fight anyone right now.
I'd say if the Conor fight doesn't get done with Dustin, then I'd say him and Dustin next.
He's
obviously,
fighting Beneil. He's fighting Beneil next.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, him and Beneil are next, bro.
What's that on? Is that on 270?
That is on Fight Night.
Oh.
Yeah. Fight Night. Bro, that's what I mean, bro. Even the Fight Night cards, bro. You've got Dariush versus Islam, bro.
That's crazy. I mean?
That's
crazy to be on a Fight Night card. That should be on the main event card.
Yeah, but neither of them are title holders. So if they were to fight on a pay-per-view, they'd have to be co-main event or co-main event.
Yeah.
Middle of the card. And Beneil, as good as he is, he's not very, like, he's only making waves now. Do you know what I mean? He's still got a very small fan base. And Islam, obviously, his fan base is Khabib's fan base. That's just transferred over. So, or the ones at least that remain after Khabib retired. But yeah, they're going to fight. So we're going to see. We're going to see who's in line for a shot after Charlie Oliveira and Gaethje.
100%.
After this fight, we'll see if there's still one more number one contender fight. We'll see if Conor comes back in. Like, we'll see. It's just one of those things you can't predict. But for now, Poirier, as far as Poirier goes, he's got loads of options on the table, man. He's got so many options on the table. He's got, he's realistically, speaking right now, he's either going to fight the winner of Islam and Benil. Number one contender spot. If Conor doesn't come back in time, get fit, train, and then do the quadruple, bruv.
It's not. I don't want to see a quadruple, bruv. I really don't. But obviously, if there's no one else out there at the time, then fair enough, it can happen. You make the fight happen. But we'll see what happens in the lightweight division. But I think the one thing to take out of this is it will be Gaethje next, up against Oliveira at some point next year. And all credit to Oliveira for winning that fight, because I do think that quite a few. I think when you looked at the odds, I think Oliveira was an underdog. So So the fact that he came out with the win against Poirier, all credit to him, bro. I like Oliveira. I like his fighting style. But we need to move on, bruv, to the shock of the night. The people, you can't get onto myself and too much, because we've sat here and done many a podcast, about Amanda Nunes, and it's just a case of, okay, well, what round is she going to win in? So you can't blame us for our opinion, because I think everybody was shocked at what happened. But it was the shock of the year, I have to say that. Juliana Peña coming out with a second round win by rear naked choke. We had both main events were finished by rear naked choke in the second round. She has now become the new undisputed bantamweight champion of the world. Bro, what the hell happened? What happened, bro?
Bro, you know what? All I'm going to say is I have to apologize, bro, to Peña. I'm sorry, bro, because in the last podcast, I apologize as well, bro. Yeah, bro. So if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, Juliana, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I completely wrote you off in the last podcast. As far as going and saying, like, do you know what? We're not even going to talk about this fight. Do you know what I mean? And I'd like to take the same stance today that we're not going to talk about this fight, because I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. No one does.
I don't. Right. Okay. So first round, we saw it. She did get knocked down. Peña did get knocked down in the first round.
Just bully. Just all round bully.
Bro, and then it's like in the second round, let's talk about that first round, bro. Go on.
First round, bro. She got bullied, bro. I would say for 3/4 of that first round, she got bullied. And in like the last quarter of the fight, Peña started to show a bit more, resilience. But I remember like standing up, watching Peña, like she was just swinging windmills.
What, bro? Wild.
Bro, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. You know what I mean? Like, when you're just expecting something bad to happen. It's like a prey defending themselves on instinct. Like, that's what it just looked like, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I remember at one point the fight went to the ground and Amanda just controlled her with ease. Like, she was even smiling and shit, bro. She was even smiling. And then Peña managed to get up and then pull her to the fence. And then DC was like, oh yeah, watch out for the single leg. Watch out for the single leg. It's coming. Bro, Amanda just fucking judo tossed her ass like it was nothing. Like literally like what you would do to your kid brother. Like when you rough out him. You know what I mean? Like just tossed her. I was like, oh, this is bad, bro. And then at the end of that first round, I started to see signs of like Juliana putting up a fight, but I was just not concerned.
Yeah.
Didn't mean anything. And in the second round, she came out, started swinging windmills. One of them clipped, kind of fucked Amanda up a bit. Do you know what I mean? And Amanda just threw all her skill set out the window, bro. Like all of those years of being a champion, just completely erased, bro. Just like, you know, when you drag, drop, delete, and then you go into the trash bin and you just delete again, bro. Like just gone, bro. All those like years of being like an elite champion, an elite fighter, being poised, keeping your head on your shoulders, you know what to do in deep waters when you get in situations like this. All right, maybe take an L on the round, go back to the corner, regroup, come back out, and then put on a fucking clinic. All of that went out the window, bro. All of it, like how much of it? All of it, bro. The whole, like all of it, bro. Just system rebooted, bro. And then she turned into the fighter that started swinging windmills, bro. It was like, bro, I just watched instant live CTE happen right there, bro. Bro, it just became rock'em sock'em robots. And I was like, bro, what the fuck am I witnessing? And then somewhere in and amongst all that fucking pandemonium, Amanda started wilting more and more and more to the point where like she just toppled over. Do you know what I mean? She just rolled over for Peña. And she didn't even sink in the sub, bro.
Nah, she didn't. That's what I was going to ask you. Did Amanda quit, bro?
Yeah, definitely. But bro, that's not what I give a shit about, bro. Because Amanda in her post-fight interview would I give her credit, bro. Like in her post-fight interview, she was a champion, bro. But going back to Peña, like, you know, in the post-fight interview, she said to DC, this was her game plan the whole time. So I have to give credit to her because I made that whole description sound like it was all by chance. But it wasn't. That was her game plan. That really was. That was her only shot of winning. She knew it. She knew the percentage of that chance was like near impossible. And they were, given the odds. No one picked her. And she still pulled it off, bro. All of that was orchestrated in her head. That's how it was going to go down. And that's exactly how it went down, bro. And it's mad to think such a game plan like that with little to no. That's almost like saying, bro, like, with all due respect, like me getting in there with Amanda Nunes, like throwing a few windmills and just hoping for the best, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I mean. That's what shocked me out of all of this was like how correct she was in executing that, bro. So I'd have to take my hat off to her. But if I was to bet again on a fight like this, yeah, you that's not going to work for you all the time, man. To be a champion, you need to have some level of like well-rounded skill set, especially in this game, bro. But I'm sure there's sides of her game that we didn't get to see. And with this confidence, we may be able to see her flourish and show those things in the next fight.
Nunes already called for the rematch.
No, I think it was obvious. I think it was obvious. It was always going to be a rematch if she lost. If she lost, who else? Who else is she going to fight? Yeah, exactly.
Nah, it's nuts. Like for me, that fight, like, I just didn't know what I was watching. First round, I was like, oh, here we go. All right, cool. Let's find out when Amanda's gonna win. Second round, I was like, bro, what is going on, bro? Then I was like, no way, because I honestly thought that the reason why Amanda gave up was because she broke her nose, because I know she caught her and the nose started bleeding. And I always thought Amanda was going to come out and say, oh, she broke my nose, I couldn't breathe, that's why. But no, that wasn't the case. It was just, bruv, it just looked like someone took all Amanda's superpowers, bruv, and then she was just ordinary again. Like in Black Panther, when they drain him of all his superpowers, bro. She's just an ordinary woman now, and Peña's just like, yeah, bruv.
Like Charles Barkley in Space Jam, bro.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Midway through the game, bro, he just powered, like, is just gone.
Yeah,
like, that's what it looked like, bro. That's what I mean, bro. But that's the thing. I think it was that exchange. Like, Peña was landing some shit, bro. Peña was landing some fucking sauce, bro. And you could see they were taking its toll on Amanda.
Mm.
You know, she wasn't even hit that hard by like Cyborg. You know, she wasn't. And in the exchanges with Shevchenko, they were much more precise and calculated. You know, and in all her other fights, the damage that she took was fairly minimal.
Yeah, it's minimal.
And again, calculated exchanges with elite level strikers such as Jermaine Durandamy and Holly Holm. Do you know what I mean? And fighters like Raquel Pennington, who are a bit more like in the mold of Juliana Peña, or that Canadian chick who Amanda fought like last year. Forgot who her name was.
I can't remember her name, but I think I know who you're talking about. Was it the tall one?
Yeah, Felice Spencer, the butch one. They're of that whole brawler mold. But Pennington and Spencer show Amanda way too much respect. Whereas Juliana just went in there. Like in the second round, she just went in there. It was almost that kill or be killed attitude kind of thing. It was like, fuck it. Like, here we go. And that's what I think caught Amanda off guard. And with all, like, hats off to Amanda, all due respect to her, man. She, in that post-fight interview, she definitely just called it how it was. And she had no regret, like, this is what I mean, it's that Bushido code, bro. Like, I felt that in that post-fight interview, bro. Like, we spoke about this a long time ago about why fighters like Anderson Silva keep going and going and going and going. To them, belts and shit, it's gone beyond that. The way of life now. Like, you have to fight. Like, if there was no UFC, and this is back in the day in the samurai ages, they'd still be dueling and shit as a way of living. This shit don't stop. And that's what I felt with Amanda. It was like, bro, that belt, I've had it, I've owned it, I've made my legacy with it, and now it's not here. I'm cool with it not being here. And if I get it back, I get it back. It's like, I'm a fighter beyond all of these belts and possessions. Like, I'm a warrior, like I'm a samurai kind of thing. So I'll give her a lot of credit, man, and credit to Peña as well, man. But it's really difficult breaking that fight down, bro, because
it is. Like, it's crazy. Do you think Amanda dominating for so long, do you think there was just a lack of motivation? Lack of motivation to just do it again? Do you think she just thought, I could just turn up and win? Or, like, is it just, like, because she's lost now, do you think that even if, because like when you're dominating for so long and it's becoming easy to you, you do kind of get distracted. Obviously, the child that they've got and whatnot, there is a little bit of distraction. Do you think her losing will bring a new focus? It will bring the focus back, and it's like tunnel vision now. I need to get my belt back, and we always see a much better version of Amanda than what we've seen in the last couple of fights. I'm talking about going back to the Amanda that beat Misha Tate and beat Cyborg. Will she go back to that now that she's lost?
Yeah, dude, I have no doubts. I have no doubts that she knows how good she is. I mean, in this division, realistically, like, it's her, in the women's division, at least, it's her, Bug Rose, Shevchenko, to a certain extent, Joanna and Weili. That's it. The rest of them need to catch up. They're just not there yet. There's a few up and comers, and we'll see how they turn out. But for the time being, we just know those 5 girls are the ones that are just cut from a different cloth.
Mm.
They're just so far beyond the rest of the other girls. So she knows she's in a very elite club. I have no doubt that she knows that title is coming back to her. I don't think it was a lack of motivation, bruv. I really don't. I think her motivation going into the fight was to really just really keep this run going and make it some like mythical fatal shit, bruv. You get me, bruv? Why not, bruv? Why not? You know you're that good. Don't think it was a lack of motivation. I just think Peña beat the dog shit out of her and made her quit. And she exposed her to a side of herself that she didn't know that she had. Do you know what I mean? And that is very fucking. I feel like for her, it was an awakening. It was an enlightening moment. Like, oh my God, I'm not this invincible fucking lion. Do you know what I mean? So
I hear that.
She'll be back. She will be back for sure. She'll be back for sure. And they're gonna have the rematch, and I'm sure she'll win the rematch as well. And then after that, they might set up the trilogy, because why not?
Yeah, unless one of these up and comers come through and dominate whilst these two have the rematch and whatnot, you can't see why they wouldn't go for a third. Because there's and obviously if Valentina decides to step up, then obviously we put everything else on the back burner for that fight. Yeah,
exactly. So there's so many potential fights out there for her, man. She's gonna have at least I could see another 10 fights with the UFC if she decides to have them, and she can potentially win all 10 of them. So, but yeah, it's nice. It's a breath of fresh air to have a new champion. You saw the reaction of the UFC fighters after she won it. They
crazy.
Like, I can't remember who it was. Someone jumped the fucking fence. One of the fighters jumped the fence. Miesha Tate was there, her ex-coach from The Ultimate Fighter. She was screaming, bruv. Your boy Aljo was there looking like a right twat. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? They were all there stunned, bruv. So it was a nice moment, bruv. And it was a breath of fresh air to have a new champion, bruv. I'm all for it. And who knows, bruv? This might be Peña's era, bruv. She might go on a John Jones thing, bruv.
Not with Amanda there. But if Amanda said tomorrow, I hang up my gloves, I think there's a possibility that could happen. But with Amanda being there, I don't see it happening. I completely agree with you. I think in the rematch, Amanda takes the belt back, and then we go from there. But all credit to Juliana Peña for winning the belt and just bringing a difference to the UFC, bruv. Giving everyone something to talk about instead of just saying, oh yeah, Amanda Nunes won. Okay, who's next? There's nobody. What now? Do you know what I mean? So all credit to her. Finally, before we go, bro, we mentioned this on the poddy last week, bruv. Cody Garbrandt. Friggin' hell, bruv. Like we said if he takes one more knockout, he's got to retire, bruv. And I'm not gonna try and say the guy's name, bruv, because I don't want you to revoke my license again. But frig me, bruv. What a knockout.
You gotta say his name.
Nah, bruv.
You gotta say his name, bruv. You just gotta say it, bruv.
I can't even remember what. I want to say it was KK. Was it KK? No, Kai. Is it Kai? Wait, which one?
You almost got it, bruv. It's one of each. Kai Kara France.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Kai
one.
Kara France.
Yeah.
He's bruv, I told you he's a good fighter, bruv. He's a fucking dangerous fighter. And unfortunately, yo, can you hear me? Because it says my connection is a bit unstable. But
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, cool. No, Kai Kara France is a really good fighter, man. He was on The Ultimate Fighter as well, and his run in the UFC's been pretty good as well. He's got a couple nice knockouts in there, and he's really coming to right now. Do you know what I mean? He's established himself as a top prospect. He's just knocked out a former champion, albeit a champion that's on the decline and a bit chinny now. Garbrandt looked good, like in terms of how he looked at 125. You know, the weight cut looked all right for him. You could tell he'd shed a few pounds, but he looked all right. But obviously, that's always going to have its toll. And being that he was on a decline at Bantamweight, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's, you've been knocked out so many times. It's a matter of time before you fold to sort of any shot, let alone a shot thrown by someone with some sort of knockout credentials. It's just sad, bruv. It's sad to see it happening before our very eyes. I feel sorry for him because he is a really good fighter, man, and he is a character that I enjoyed during his run with the UFC. I hope he stays on, but for his health's sake, I don't know how many more knockouts he could take, man. It's just becoming a matter of, for your own good, bro, just allow it.
Allow it, man.
Maybe he needs the O'Malley fight and that's it. After that, retire.
Yeah, those two are talking trash, bro. Talking absolute trash.
Cody handled him.
Yeah, I know, but then Cody got himself knocked out, bro. So it's like,
yeah, I know.
It's like, frick's sake. What about your boy Sean O'Malley, bro? Before we go, what about him?
Bro, he's on a run as well. He's fucking tearing shit up. But again, this was his sort of. It was a good test for him as well. This was a good test for him. Now we need to see him against the contenders in the division.
What weight class is he?
He's at is he not 125?
Is he 125? Can't remember.
Yeah, he's 125. He's flyweight, no? Let me have a look. Sure, he's 125. Oh no, he's bantamweight. You're right. He's 135.
135.
Yeah.
Who's at 135 is Jan, no?
Yeah. It is. It really is.
Oh shit.
It is Jan, I agree.
I'm just like, oh, all them guys. I'm just like, oh shit. Right. Yeah. What? O'Malley and Sandhagen, no?
Yeah, that'll be a good fight.
But would it be too soon for O'Malley though? Someone like Corey Sandhagen.
No, it wouldn't. But I would like to see him against someone like Marlon Moraes. You know what I mean? Like someone just before the top 5 sort of guys. Maybe even a rematch with Cheeto, my boy. Do you know what I mean? If he claims that he's undefeated because he never lost to Cheeto, then you got to get that win back. You got to do the Lennox thing, like your boy. Do you know what I mean? You got to go and get that. You got to go and get that L back, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So,
I hear that. But people, we shall watch this space as we wrap up. Let us know what you think in the comment section about Oliveira versus Poirier, about Peña beating Nunes. Let us know what you think about Cody Garbrandt. Does he need to retire? And Sean O'Malley, what would be the next step for him? Let us know in the comment section. You know, we always like to hear from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. As I said, share, because we are here. It's been an absolute great show with my guy, Tooth. I want to say thank you very much, sir.
Safe, bro. Appreciate it, man. We'll be back.
Of course, we will be back. People coming up, we'll have another footy chat for you before the weekend's fixtures. Then next week, we will be having Christmas show. I'm going to try and get all the mandem on that one. That'll be on the 28th. well, people, no, that'll be next week, Wednesday too.
Yeah.
Next week, Wednesday, yeah. And also, obviously, you know, NBA talk will be coming. I keep telling you people, it is coming soon. I'm going to speak to Mr. KA because we're always waiting on Mr. KA when it comes to NBA talk because he's the unreliable one. He has to, you know, put it in his diary somewhere. And even when he puts in his diary, he always seems to forget. So, but we will be getting NBA talk, and boxing talk will be coming back as well. I'll be back with ST and probably 2 as well for boxing talk because there's a couple fights that have gone ahead and happened that we need to discuss. But people, stay safe out there. Be safe. Hopefully we'll get Christmas. If not, then it's lockdown. You know how it is. But I thought you were going to say something too.
No, I'm good. I'm
okay.
good.
All right, people.
I was just sorting my hair out, bro. It's a fucking mess, bro. Yeah.
But people, stay safe out there, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.